All right. Home Squad Sports got a very great episode here with a special guest, Terry Walker. As y'all can see, we've been shouting to the rooftops here. Got some big news as well. Y'all seen in the week. First off, Dalton, how you doing, man?
I'm good. What's up, man?
Good. Got a lot of news here. Got a lot of news. NFL we'll go over, college as well. But like I said, we got our boy Terry in here.
That's right.
Absolute gunslinger, dot thrower, certified dot thrower. We met him at Elite 11. Obviously, just got selected to Elite 11 finals finally. So, man, big time here. He's going to be joining us in just a second. But what's your thoughts on Terry just overall?
Great thrower ball, man. Great thrower of the football. He's athletic, mobile.
Good,
Great kid too. Talking to him.
for sure.
He's one of the first guys we met there. Just
Yeah,
out of luck, I guess. But he's cool, man. I like him. Man. It'd be good to talk to him, and I mean, he deserves it. He deserves the invite.
yeah, for sure. Like we thought we was gonna definitely see him get invited that day, but that's the best thing about Elite 11. They go back, look at all the film, and then they get it right. That's the best thing about it. That's why it's the top quarterback camp because they don't if they don't get you that day, they have a bunch of guys, and it's two of us. It's probably about six coaches there, and even they can't even see every throw. It's impossible to see every single throw. You got to go back and watch the tape, just like we do, because there's guys who make our list. They were like, "Dang, we didn't have a lot of stuff on them, but." What we did see was good, so we had to put him on there. But I agree with what you said. Terry's a great guy. I met his dad as well. He's a third, so I'm the third. So uh, big got a relation there. And man, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Terry in. I'm gonna bring him in now, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Terry Walker the third.
How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up,
Yeah, buddy.
Terry? How are you?
Yes,
How you
sir.
doing, man?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Man, very happy to catch up with you. Like we said, got to see you there, Elite 11. I went ahead and got a Duke hat. I've had
Yeah.
never owned anything Duke in my life.
Okay.
So, hey, I got a rep for you. Anybody that, comes through, we got Jason Wright at Buffalo last year, got Wisconsin as well. So, anybody that comes through, man, got to pick up something and Ray supports you. And, but how you been doing? How's your week been going? And, first off, congratulations on the finals.
Yeah.
And, man, it's really big honor, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. It's been a good week though. Been a productive week. Got a lot of work in. It's our max out week at school, so been hitting some new numbers and stuff. And yeah, it's been a productive week. Blessed to say the least.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, let's go ahead and get into it. Dalton's got some questions here for you as well. But man, you got the invite this week. You didn't get it that day. Even in our interview, I was looking back because I'm editing it right now, about to come out next week. You're like, man, we didn't get the job done today. You wanted that invite. You
Right.
wanted it, man, because like you say, you're among the best. You want to be around the best and prove that you're the one of the top dogs out there, which we obviously seen, and now they're being able to see it. So, how did you get invited? Just kind of tell us about that of what you were doing when you found out we were going to finally get that invite.
Right. We're finishing up finals week at my school, so after prepping for some finals and stuff, I had got a text from Mr. Stump, Brian Stump, and he just told me to reach out when I get some free time. When you get that type of text, I called him probably 30 seconds after he sent the text. So then I called him and he was just asking some questions and asked if I was free from the 17th to the 19th of June. And so that's pretty much how that went.
No, that's awesome, man. That's a great conversation to have. I can imagine, getting that call at that age. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that Stumpf man. I've been doing it for a long time. All these guys been doing it here. Coach Whitfield as well. Coach, Devin Gardner that was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
All those guys been doing this for so long, and that's the one thing I love about him so much because you were just there for a couple hours, but you still got some good coaching. And a lot of these camps they go to, you can be there all day and still kind of go through the motions and not get any coaching. And that's the thing I love about those guys, man, is they actually try to coach you all up within the short amount of time that they have you.
Right, right.
For sure. So I want to get into some questions, man. Like I said, big news been going around all week. We got your highlights here for people that didn't see in the intro. Obviously, you were throwing it all day around. This dot right here, you're about to throw right there, that back shoulder, man. That right there, that I'm so glad we got that and got to show that. And I want to get you a couple questions, and Dalton's got some too. What's the biggest strengths you kind of want to put out there that you want to you're going to put on tape in here that you think that's the strongest part in your game that you're going to display on your last season here?
I think just a playmaking ability. I think obviously anybody going to the next level can go make plays, but I think like and when you watch the film, you see like when it gets crazy in the pocket, like I don't panic too much. I'm still able to make something happen out of nothing. So I think that's probably one of my biggest strengths. I think another strength is I think I got one of the strongest arms in the country. So I think I can make any throw. I believe truly believe I can make any throw on the field. So I think that's another strength. And then we've been working. I've been working with my guys because I just transferred high school. So I've been working with my guys to get on page with them. So I think once we all get that chemistry, another strength is just chemistry with the guys and being on the same page.
Yeah, that's the first question I have here. Then I'll pass it to Dalton about that. I said, what's been the favorite part? Like you're just getting used to, used to your new team. A lot of these guys are transferring around in high school. It's kind of not foreign anymore. It's not a crazy thing
Yeah.
that when you're trying to find new opportunities while you're still in high school. What's been your favorite part of getting it's, with your new teammates and kind of getting that chemistry going?
I think the my favorite part has been just building new bonds. I think in a short time I've gotten really close with a lot of the guys. I think we got a really talented senior class that's coming, and I believe I'm the only transfer right now. So it's not like they've gone out and tried to
Yeah, it's
recruit
not
me.
like y'all are last chance you or anything
Right,
out here.
right.
Continuity and
So
stuff.
Yeah, it
and
sounds like sounds like you were probably just the missing piece they needed.
yes, sir. And it's not even like I'm transferring to a foreign school. So I grew up with a lot of those guys. So it just so happened that I did end up going to high school for at Hamilton Southeastern from the jump. But then getting back around the guys that I've already known before. So it's not like I'm learning a whole bunch of new faces or just rekindling old friendships.
Oh, that's good, man. It's still got to be. It's tough as a quarterback still, and new receivers, right?
Right, right, right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got some guys, man, and they probably don't have the biggest names yet, but after the season, everybody will know who they are after the season.
Yeah, like you said, I'm gonna pass it to Dalton here. I know he's got some couple questions here for you, man. So good. Have at it, Dalton, man.
So I was just wondering, Manny Diaz and the coaching staff at Duke. What's your first impressions on them? Obviously, you committed to Duke, so you must like them. But go a
Right.
little depth. Maybe talk about the quarterback coach a little bit, and how you feeling?
So I began talking to Duke during Thanksgiving break. I was in Florida with my grandma, and one of the guys from the support staff had reached out through Twitter and asked for my number so they could get me in touch with the quarterback coach, and which is Coach Brewer, Jonathan Brewer. He was at SMU before. He's a great guy. He got Kevin Jennings to SMU. He was at Miami
Nice.
before that. And he like when you go through and look at his history, he's done some great things with a lot of great quarterbacks. And then when you like look at the scheme they have, it's just very quarterback friendly. So it's just really a dream come true. And then Coach Diaz, I really got to talk to Coach Diaz for the first real time around January. Got to talk to him and just see how he approaches everything. And I think you see a lot of coaches leaving schools a lot. I feel like you'll see Coach Diaz at Duke for a good time, a good long time.
Yeah, he's building something special there, man. And like you said, they have some great quarterback history. Like you said, just with your quarterback coach and Manning Diaz is kind of building up a record of having some good quarterbacks. We had Malik last year, and then they had Riley Leonard the year before. So one thing they have all in common, especially Riley Leonard, who we've been up close with at the Senior Bowl all week. We got to talk to Riley, and what a good guy. And he's
Yeah,
he's along the line of Duke guys that got it done. And one of the best things that y'all got in common with all Duke quarterbacks is you're very smart because I mean it's not easy to get in Duke. Like you said, that
yeah,
you brought it up in your interview with us at Elite 11. That Duke degree is gonna be with you for life. As
Yes, sir.
your arm, no matter how strong your arm is now, eventually when you get about 40, 50, an arm it's gonna eventually go off. But that degree is gonna be with you forever.
All right, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, man, I want to go ahead and get some other questions before I pass it to Dalton. So, like you said, new team, but for people that just getting kind of familiar with you, you're in Indianapolis, right?
Yes,
Near
sir.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, in Indiana. I was born on the west side of Indianapolis, and then we moved out. We moved out to the east side. So now we're in the Fishers area now.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We'll probably have to come up there and catch a game because we're in Louisville and we're not too far. So I know we're going to be going to Winton Woods and holler at your boy Brashawn this year. So it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
It's your guy, man. He's going to find a good home as well,
oh
like
yeah.
yourself. Two more questions here, real quick, and then we'll get you out of here. And Dalton as well. We'll finish up with a couple questions he has. Um, a lot of this recruiting, man. NIL. Me and Dalton went through a recruiting process, but our advice is a little outdated with this NIL stuff, man. Is we can only give you, we only have so much in common with you as outside of coaches just calling you and sending you all that good stuff. But it gets different when now this stuff's a business. I talked to your dad at Elite 11, and I can tell he's kind of got you really level headed. What's the biggest advice your parents has been giving you throughout this whole process of finding where your next home's going to be, and these next 4 years?
I mean, it hasn't. I wouldn't say so. When you say advice, I wouldn't say it's been like a once I started getting recruited thing. Like now we got to kind of figure out what. I mean, since I can remember, like they always been instilling things in me that like knowing what's important and what's not important, knowing right from wrong, stuff like that. So it's nothing new. Like they always, they always believed in me, so they always kind of knew this was coming. Like they always knew I would get to the point where I'm at now, and wherever I proceed to go to. So but I would say the biggest thing we were always looking for was somewhere that helped me out. Like when people ask me what do I want in school, I always tell them somewhere that helps me be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because I feel like when you get too comfortable now, like something's wrong. Either somebody's right behind you working harder than you, or you just don't see what's really going on. So I think being comfortable, being uncomfortable is the biggest thing. And then somewhere that obviously that feels like home, and just somewhere that when you walk in the door, you can see yourself here. You can look around, and be like, yeah, I can do this. I can route with this.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be somewhere that's going to coach you up and not just tell you everything you want to hear. That's you're a quarterback, man. You got to learn how when stuff hits the fan in the middle of the play, the ball's in your hands and you got to make a play. So you got to be somewhere where it's a grind every day, and they're not it's just not a walk in the park because this football stuff ain't a walk in the park. There's no such thing. You can't be successful, like you said. So one last question I got for you, bro. You're going to be going in the ACC. ACC's been beefing up a lot of their coaches here, a lot of their talent, in my opinion, in the last couple of years. Is there anybody in the ACC that you're kind of any particular programs you're looking forward to playing down the road?
Yeah, definitely. North Carolina.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a no brainer. That'll be
yeah.
really cool. And
Mhm.
I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say the name. I got to call Coach Brew after this. Ask if I'm allowed to even call him. Yeah, obviously that's a big rivalry. So,
Yeah.
but definitely UNC. And obviously, I mean, I always just love like traveling for sports. Playing youth sports growing up and traveling with AAU and stuff. So, like away games in general, just always just making me happy to play in. Like it's just cool to get to experience, like go around and experience different cities through football. Is just one like that's one of the coolest things I can think of. So, but schools like SMU, uh, Miami, one of the more prestige schools, Florida State schools like that. Like that, I think it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, we can't wait to root you on every step of the way, man. I'm going to pass it to Dalton here before we get you out here, brother.
So I
So,
know a lot of young guys struggle with this. I've seen it. I've done it myself. How do you stay motivated in the off season, man, to keep working?
oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, it definitely gets tough. Because I also lived about like through a quote. Comparison is the thief of joy. So you can't. It's tough not like trying to make sure you're not comparing yourself to others, but still measuring yourself up and making sure you're not slacking. You're not. But I mean the switch to of schools has definitely helped too because it gives me another purpose because it's not like I can't get like obviously I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not too comfortable to where I feel like I can just chill out. Like we've been grinding, so we've been pushing each other. So it makes it easier when you got brothers standing next to you that'll push you to be the best you.
Yeah, man, I
For
like
sure.
that. I like
For
that.
sure, man. It makes it a much easier when you can just when you got everybody behind you going for the same goal and you can rely on everybody and there's nothing like it. Me and Dalton, that's how we met. We played together and we're right there with you. Agree. Dalton, you got anything else, man?
Last question here, man. Just a little fun one. Do you have any like weird pregame routines, postgame routines, anything superstitious, anything like that? I know I did. So
Yeah, I would say you can you will find a lot of people like pregame through the day, like listening to some crazy music, like turned up in math class.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah,
uh, yeah during the day I listen to straight like up maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours before the game, I listen to straight, calm music, and even closer than that sometimes. I think the only time last year I listened to some music to get me going was right when we walked out because they would have it playing on the loudspeakers. But usually I
Yep.
have my head listening to something calm just because as a quarterback you can't like I feel like when you get all riled up and stuff, and like you get to thinking a lot, and it'll throw you off your game. So I listen to a lot of Mariah the Scientist, SZA, that type of deal, like Daniel Caesar, that type of stuff. So I don't listen to a
Nice.
lot.
That's fair. I like it.
Nice. No, I did the same thing, bro. I one of my go-tos was Adele. I would chill, listen to a couple of this will tell me how old I am. I used to listen to a couple of old Adele songs and then Waka Flocka right after. Right before I went out, Waka
Yeah,
Flocka. But right before, it was, you got to be calm because and then I know you've probably went through it too because I played center. That's why it's kind of my best big connection with quarterbacks. When I played, when I was young, when I was a sophomore, it would be so loud where I couldn't even hear anything. But then once you get used to it and you get calm, then it's the exact opposite where you don't even hear the crowd. You're out there just in your zone and you're out there. It's just kind of beautiful. It's silent right before the play, right when you're about to do your thing. But so
right.
yeah, it's good to see like you ain't the only one because there's a lot of guys like that. A lot of guys just want to say, yeah, I'm just listening to Young Boy the whole time when that's not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might listen to that stuff on Thursday or something, but even then it'll be, man, the day before games it'd be tough for me to sleep. So even
Hey,
those
I
days,
feel you. The game
Yeah,
starts on
same, man.
Thursday. Game
yeah,
starts on Thursday. If you ain't ready to play on Thursday, it's too late. It's too late.
right, yeah.
Yep, I hear you. I hear
Even
you.
at halftime, sometimes. Because last year we would have maybe 2 to 3 minutes during halftime where our coaches would be outside, and like they would be talking about the game plan, what they were going to come in and say. And it not often, but any time I could find the time, I would try and even get some calm music in to calm down. Because I think halftime is kind of like the start of a whole new game. After that half, it's a whole new
Yep.
game. So
Yeah, for
you
sure.
gotta come out rejuvenated and refreshed. But after I try to talk to the guys, figure some stuff out. Then I try and find some time to listen to some calmer music.
Yeah, and them half times go by real fast too.
Yeah,
They go by so fast. They go by so. All right, man. So, man, it's been a pleasure to get you in here. Like you said, we're going to be keeping up with you all season. Is there anything like shout outs? Anybody on your team and your family you want to give a shout out to before you head out here?
I mean, yeah, shout out to the whole team. Everybody. I feel like it's a lot of guys that haven't got the attention they deserve, and that they're gonna. Which I feel like I'm blessed to help shine that
Yep.
spotlight on them. So hoping they can do what we got to do. I know we're gonna do what we got to do. We've been working hard. So shout out to the whole team. We've been getting pushed by we got a great coaching staff. And then my whole family. Our senior night is actually our first game of the season, so we play curl for our senior night, and
Oh,
my whole family already getting ready for the senior night.
oh,
Getting ready to
okay.
your
That's
church house.
nice.
So, yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That's
That's
a
pretty
that's a
cool.
good. You got to kick. You're kicking off on the highest note. You said
Yeah,
we're getting off on the highest note. We ain't coming down. We're going straight and high, and we're keeping it up here all the way.
That's
yes,
gonna be
sir.
crazy.
That's nice. Well, hey, man, we really appreciate you, brother. We'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the future Duke quarterback, Terry Walker III.
Yes, sir.
See you, brother, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you have a good one.
See
You
you,
have a good
man.
one.
What a great guy, man. I love that dude. He's
Yeah,
he's
great guy.
he's gonna be such a good quarterback for them, and I'm really happy. It seems like he's getting a whole lot, and they're getting a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be so good here in the future. I'm really
Duke got
excited.
something building. Yeah, Duke got something building in football. I think possibly.
Quarterback
Man, he
trees.
did good last year, and it ain't his full roster yet. So.
Yeah, and then I mean, you got to think Malik Murphy. We like Malik Murphy, but he's not a pure arm talent.
They got
He
Mensa. Mensa's
he
good though.
yeah, he relies on his legs. Terry, man, Terry's got the arm, and he can run too, man. But he's got an arm.
Every Duke quarterback has to run a little. It
Hey,
seems like.
his bio on X, on Twitter, whatever you want to call it, it just says gunslinger, and it says that for a reason. So,
Right.
shout out to him. We'll go ahead and get into the show, man. We'll catch up with Terry Walker. We got his interview from Elite 11 going to drop next week, and like you said, class act, as you can see. Most Duke guys are. They're usually just great guys. So, be on the lookout. We got some great news here and sad news as well throughout the day. So, unfortunately, through the week, man, we did lose the Colts owner, Jim Irsay. Unfortunately, man, he was a really cool guy, music lover, lover of life, and donated a lot of money. I was watching Pat McAfee do his things. Any thoughts on Jim Irsay leaving him? Unfortunately.
Well, I've seen a lot of interviews by him. A lot of shows he's been on.
Yeah, funny dude.
Yeah, he always seemed to be in great spirits and
Yeah, young
really
too.
just enjoying life. So it sucks, man. Life's short. You just gotta enjoy it.
Yeah,
And he did, I think. So that's all you can say. R.I.P.
yeah, and he built some crazy teams through the right way, through the draft, and he had,
yeah.
obviously we had Peyton
He
Manning.
drafted everybody on
He had
those
Andrew
teams.
Luck, and then Andrew Luck ups and leaves. He has to have to kind of pick up the pieces overnight, and been dealing with that. So I mean,
He drafted Robert Mathis, Dwight Freeney.
Freeney, yep. He had
He
Marvin
drafted
Harris,
Marvin Harrison, Reggie
Wayne, yeah,
Dallas
Dallas
Clark.
Clark.
All of them were drafted. None of them were free agents to trade. So
Yeah, and then he had a couple. Doyle, right? Didn't he draft Doyle? He was a good guy
I
for
mean,
them.
comparing
He
him
was
to
good
those
after.
guys, though.
No, but he was just a guy they found
It's a
through the
steal, though.
draft.
It's like
yeah,
6th round.
stealed in the draft. He's a great guy. His scouting
He had a good career.
scouting department is pretty good there at Indy. So rest in peace to Jim Irsay and
Yeah, for sure, man.
a great guy. So
One of my favorite owners.
yeah, for sure. He's a great guy. Like he really reminded you that just guys with money, they're still fun too, and they're fun to be around as well. So he'll be greatly missed. So we want to get into some news, man. Unfortunately, I can't really roll into that swimmingly, so we'll go ahead and move on. But we did have some big news. We did add a team member here to Home Squad Sports with Mark. So we got a senior writer finally. We're very happy with Mark, man. Give it up for Mark. He's been killing it already, and gonna have some pieces here come out early, probably next week, and get rolling, man, on some articles. And he's got a lot of good ideas already helping us with recruiting.
Yeah.
And what'd you think about it?
I like that what he did, what he's doing. I like that little graphic, man. I think I
Yeah.
haven't seen one like that similar for anybody.
Yeah. We're talking about a recruiting graphic. Mark's helping us out, so we got a quarterback list coming out, and pretty much our own database that's going to be coming out with recruits, and going to be coming out starting Monday with all of our quarterbacks. And man, I'm going to be churning it out here. This is going to be a busy college football season. We're going to be on the road. We're going to be covering from head to toe. We're going to be covering some NFL, and unfortunately, we are going to have some people leaving us in the media world here shortly. Tomorrow is their last show. Is with Around the Horn. Tony Reale, a little under 5,000 episodes, 4,900 and something.
That's insane.
But one of the best sports shows ever.
That's so many episodes.
Ever, man. And it's really, the podcast is kind of like emulating what he did. He kind of, did the scoring of the, talk show, and everything he did was innovative. And give me your couple favorites of Around the Horn, guys. I know we've went over it in the past when this was announced, but it's finally here. It's the last week.
I liked Jay Adondi.
Yeah.
Woody Page. Bill Calishaw.
Yep.
Those are probably my 3 favorites.
Tim Calishaw.
Bill
Plaschke was the other one.
Yeah.
And then a lot of guys got their start on there, like you said.
At least PTI's still around, man. When that show hits the dust, then ESPN lost all their original shows, I think. PTI's the last one standing.
That's true, yeah. All the ones that we had watched as kids and people even before us.
Is keeping it rolling.
Yeah, that's true. I think we got a few shows that are kind of stood the test of time, and this was one of them. So Around the Horn will have their last show tomorrow. I don't know the exact time slot of where you're at, but to look it up, and I'm going to find a way to stream that tomorrow. I have to watch Around the Horn tomorrow. Just sneak peek art. We're going to be using their music on the outro today, so stay tuned for that. So, man, that sucks, man. Another sad news, unfortunately, but it was a good run. Happy trails, as they would say.
Yeah.
And
we should have had a paper ball. Right?
Yeah. I know we had that clip
for the end.
We'll play that clip. We'll put that clip out from the last time. But shout out to the Around the Horn, which we want to get into some NFL news, get it rolling here, Dalton. The big news of today. Haven't had a lot of NFL news, but we did have some NFL news regarding the tush push. I want to get your thoughts. The tush push is going to remain legal. Give me your thoughts on it.
Well, if you've seen the teams that voted on it, 10 teams. 10 teams voted. 7 of them were the AFC teams.
Yeah.
And one of the 3 NFC teams were the Eagles. So it's really, 7-2. So all the NFC teams that play the Eagles a lot wanted it gone.
Hell yeah.
The Commanders, Giants, and Cowboys weren't on the list. They play them twice a year. Packers weren't on the list.
Yeah, we're the ones that supposedly started this whole thing.
Oh, really?
The lawsuit or whatever. Yeah.
Well, but I still think it should be illegal because every team can do it, man.
Yeah.
It ain't like the only team that's allowed to run it.
Yeah. It's like, stop us.
Every team got a big line.
Yeah.
Every team got a quarterback that can get a couple of inches.
Hey, it's creating jobs. They just drafted your dude out of Florida.
Picked up.
Yeah, they picked him up.
Yeah,
they signed him. He's going to probably make the team, at least practice squad.
I think he's down to 460.
If they play Philly,
and
I bet he's active that week.
Him and Vita Vea next to each other on the tush push. If they can't stop it, then the Eagles just got it down pat. But some teams got plays down pat, man. I mean, other teams can do it though. That's why I think I like this, but I'm glad 10 teams stood against it. I mean, the Giants and Packers didn't. Maybe we're soft. But
I was hoping they wouldn't change it because that would be a soft move. Everybody can run it. Like, just stop us.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like, supposedly they're not going to run anymore. Like, once Jalen Hurts signs his new deal or whatever. But who cares?
This ain't like when they made the dunk illegal in college, NBA, where only one guy could dunk. in college basketball. Will, I think. Maybe.
And if you want to start subbing in your backup quarterback just to do it, okay, do it, because it's not like you're
avoid injury.
It's not like you're giving away anything. Everybody knows when you're running the tush push by the formation. Exactly.
Why don't you just put a fullback in?
Well, the very first tush push was ran by the Colts when Sirianni was there, and that's when they threw in Brissett. So you throw in your backup quarterback.
You got fullback on the roster, I think. That's
I would do that. Throw in a Taysom Hill.
The
only thing that that's the only thing you're bad about, because even quarterbacks are dropping under the center.
Because you got to go so quick on those.
Yeah, those are hard. I would just throw a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm glad we agree on that, because you got to keep it. And
at first I said, "Man, they got to get rid of this."
Yeah.
The first couple of weeks. Yeah. They're the Giants, and I was just mad about it.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them,
Yeah.
But number one, don't let them get that 4th and 1. Make them be 4th and 5. Don't let them get the 4th and 1. 3rd and 1. Keep them out of short situations on the defense, and you're good. They can't run that play. And then number 2, everything can run it. So yeah, I'm glad it's staying, man.
Me too.
I get rid of everything in the NFL.
I agree.
You get rid of hard hits.
I agree. So we get into some more topics here, Dalton, that you helped us with. Now, we have some free agents out there. They're still going to be needing some homes.
Couple good ones.
Yeah, a couple good ones. Couple vets that got a lot of career numbers, right? Couple guys, right?
Some good youngins.
So we're going to go ahead and get into it.
A couple good youngins. Samuel.
Yeah, I like him. He looks just like his dad. That's not the Samuel Jr. right there, bottom right.
Man. I can't believe he's still out there.
So we got some guys. We'll get into it here, Dalton. Only one guys that, you gave me these teams. I reached out, give me some guys here. Only added one team. Want to get your thoughts?
Yeah,
let's go ahead and do it. So we got Keenan Allen. You said Cardinals. I added the Raiders. I think the Raiders could be a possible fit for him.
Like I said, the Raiders do need another receiver, but to me, he's so similar to Jacoby Myers with the way they play that I wouldn't like it.
I will say I do like the
kind of plays.
I like the Cardinals more because I'm rooting for the Cardinals this year.
He would be the number 3 target in Arizona probably from day one.
Yeah.
Right now the number 3 is Michael Wilson, but I think he's better than Michael Wilson. And they got Jay Jones, but I think he's better than both of them. They got Harrison Jr. and McBride, but they could use number 3. And Keenan Allen would be a good number 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially for a quarterback like Kyler.
I think it's going to be a big year for them if Kyler can just keep it steady, and if Marvin Harrison can take that step up, that he's supposed to.
He didn't impress me much, honestly.
I don't know, but he's supposed to. See how big he got?
Yeah, it's worried about his speed. I'm not worried about his agility. He wasn't that agile last year.
I think maybe he realized he's not going to be able to beat a guy outside. He's going to be a possession guy.
Mike Evans type?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That'd be straight, but he's not that tall. That's the thing. I don't think he's going to. I wouldn't use on him as a prospect. I thought Neighbors should have went in front of him. I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, you got him, so it's good.
But in my draft, we didn't have the show yet, but if we did, he would have been my number 1 receiver, not him. So I'm glad we got Neighbors, and I just think Marvin Harrison's a solid receiver. I don't think he's going to be a star like his dad, man. I hope I'm wrong, though, obviously. I hope because he's number 4 pick, and I hope he lives up to the hype.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm rooting for him as well, but like you said, yeah, he's adding some weight. It's going to slow you down at least a little bit. There's not too many DK Metcalfs out there. So we got Julian Blackmon, you said here is the best fit for them. Safety is the Bills, right?
Yeah, he fits great here. Damar Hamlin, I think he's better than Damar Hamlin. He's an upgrade over him.
Okay.
He's a great veteran. He's got a couple picks a year, 2 or 3 or 4 picks a year. He averages about 80 tackles. He's just a solid safety. Not a Pro Bowler, but he's a great player to have on your team. And I think the Bills could really use him. He would be great in their scheme, split safeties.
Yeah.
So I think they really could get him. And I don't know why he's still out there. Maybe he's asking for too much. But.
Maybe that, or he's just kind of saying, hold on, wait, I want to see whatever happens in another camp if somebody pulls, demands a trade or gets hurt, whatever. Maybe, who knows, like you said. But then to round out the list, Dalton, before we get into our next set, is Amari Cooper, a guy who's got a lot of yards in the league, been a baller. You got the Jets is the best fit for him. Expand on that and why you think the Jets is probably the best move here.
Well, they have nobody in the depth chart behind Garrett Wilson. That's really why. Allen Lazard's at number 2 right now. And behind him is Josh Reynolds, I think. So they just need receivers, and he's a good receiver still. He's not a star anymore, I don't think. He proved that last year after the trade to Buffalo. I thought he was going to explode, and everybody did. He didn't do much.
That's true.
But I still think he can be a good number 2. He's just not number 1 anymore. But they got Garrett Wilson for number 1. So I think they really need him, though. They need another receiver for Fields. They're just setting him up for failure right now. Lazard number 2 is not good.
That little, I know,
He's
Lazard.
only played good with Rodgers ever.
Yeah, I know. Lazard is
one of those receivers that only good with one quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like a perfect fit for him. Yeah, I agree. And we have another set of here. I like these picks here. We'll see where these guys end up. before preseason, at the end of preseason, who knows? But we'll see. Nonetheless, when that happens. So the last 3 players here we got of fits for free agency: J.K. Dobbins, Aaron Rodgers, and Asante Samuel Jr. Aaron Rodgers, will start with him. We got the crib as the best spot for him. Oh man,
he does need to retire. Just hang him up. Dude.
Hey man, but honestly, as someone, I'm a Packers fan, obviously. I'm not mad he's gone. That's why I'm not a fan of him. He's just not a great teammate. And so, yeah, I can expand on that for all day. So I think really that is the best fit for him. He's not a good fit for anybody. I would just, if I'm the Steelers, I'm waiting to see who loses the starting job, and I'm offering a 5th round, 4th round pick for him. If Will Levis loses the starting job to Cam Ward, he's probably gonna. I'm offering a 4th round, 5th round pick for him.
I mean, I'd rather have Jameis or Russell Wilson.
Give me 3. I can probably get. We can probably name 3 other backup quarterbacks that they're going to maybe lose their job, and I would just go and do that. I would just try and do that because honestly, he sets you back a year or 2 on getting reps on a young quarterback. Why wouldn't you just get a young quarterback? Pittsburgh needs to pull what they did with Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace. They had young quarterbacks and they had Haskins. They said, okay, you're kind of a journeyman, but you're still young. It's a win-win. Why wouldn't they just do that?
You're right. I know. That's what the Browns did with Pickett. I mean, give him a chance. I don't think Pickett's going to work out, but they're giving him a chance. He's a former first-round pick. Give him a chance.
Do you think Tomlin is maybe going to sign Aaron Rodgers just because it might buy him an extra year being a coach?
They do have to do something, though. Aaron Rodgers, I don't like him. He's not good anymore, but he's better than Mason Rudolph.
Right, I know. But so Aaron Rodgers comes in. They sign Aaron Rodgers, hopefully. I don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers too much longer. We'll get off topic. Yeah. Okay, so say if they sign Aaron Rodgers really at the end, he doesn't do good. They just cut Aaron Rodgers. They're not going to fire Tomlin and cut Aaron Rodgers. I feel like if he signs Aaron Rodgers, that buys him another year. Because if he's bad, all right, see ya.
And, you're right. Yeah.
But then he's back in the same boat 12 months from now.
But
less than 12 months from now.
He's
back in the same month. He's back in the same boat 10 months from now.
Rodgers or the Steelers?
The Steelers.
They could get a new good quarterback next year's draft. First round.
But that's the thing. He has to be abysmal.
You said if he was bad.
He has to be abysmal.
The Steelers are. Yeah, it's hard for them to be.
He's probably going to go to the Steelers. They're probably going to win 9 games.
Yeah,
and they're not going to get a good draft pick.
Have to trade up.
And they're not going to get a draft pick. He's going to retire.
They'll have to trade up. They'll have to eventually.
Exactly. He's putting them in a bad position. That's why the house is the best fit for him.
So they should just go with Mason Rudolph, Will Howard?
No.
Duo?
No. Like I said.
Trade for somebody?
No, yeah, trade for somebody. Yeah. So we'll see. And then we got J.K. Dobbins. I want to get your thoughts on the Commanders. I actually like this pick the most. I like this fit the most out of all of them because I think the Commanders are knocking on the door. I'm probably going to take them to go to the Super Bowl this year, but tell me why this is the best fit.
I mean, it's not – they're still a good fit, really, for an aging running back coming
that gets
off
hurt.
An injury.
Yeah, I know.
Every year of his career. At this point of the offseason, this is just the best one. I think he could –
I think they should go get Nick Chubb. I think they should go get Nick Chubb, the Commanders.
I like that, but I think this guy could compete with Brian Robinson for carries.
I'm not that sold on Brian Robinson. I like him.
He's a solid back, but he's not going to get you explosive plays.
He reminds me of the guy from the Jets.
Breece Hall.
The other,
not. He's good.
No, the other guy. They was kind of the guy who they was kind of splitting reps with him a couple of years ago. He got hurt. Forgot. I'll look it up.
Small guy.
Yeah.
Michael Carter.
Yes.
I know Cardinals now.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I like Michael Carter a lot, by the way.
You do?
Yeah, I still think he's going to be good.
I like him.
He's going to be a good third down back for the Cardinals.
I think it's a big year for backs this year.
Man, I love the backs now. We went from having no good backs to the backs are loaded.
I agree. I love it.
Caleb Johnson for the Steelers. Watch out for him. Got him in my Dynasty League, first round rookie. Come on, Caleb. Need you to get 1,000 yards this year. If not, give me at least 8 tuds.
Okay. I like Caleb Johnson. Big year for the Steelers. Like I said, if they're not going to
50-50 backs.
No matter who they get, Aaron Rodgers or whoever, they're going to run the ball a lot this year probably.
Just takes a Jalen Warren, tweak something for a week or two, and then I guess in a starting job and runs away with it. So
yeah.
Hopefully the other one don't get hurt, but I'm just saying that's all it would take.
Yeah, okay. I like it. I think we're on the same page. A lot of these. And Asante Samuel rounding out the list, going to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Looking just like his dad out there, stunting like his daddy. So we'll see, man. I like the list. I think we got some big news as well. Not too much to go forward with. We got some college football news.
They say Jalen Ramsey, by the way. They have to get Asante Samuel. It's not a question.
Oh, yeah. I think these J.K. Dobbins and Asante Samuel are the best 2 fits. Like, they're getting bigger. J.K. Dobbins, obviously a bigger gamble because of his injury history, but they're probably going to the Super Bowl. I mean, without him, J.K. Dobbins. So He's just sprinkles on
probably going to the Super Bowl. I mean, I wouldn't say
yes,
probably.
I think they are.
Jeez.
They are.
Probably.
Yes, they added offensive.
I mean, they could.
No, they are. They're my pick to go to.
It's hard.
They're my pick to go
to
the Super Bowl.
Go, though.
Right now, if I'm picking, they're going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, I like it.
They added Larry Tunsil. They added Debo Samuel. They added Josh Connerly.
They'd be up there in my rankings.
Yeah, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. They're going to be in the playoffs. But speaking of playoffs, we're going to talk about college playoffs, Dalton. There was kind of rumblings here throughout the week that they were meeting about the college playoffs and potentially going to be changing everything. Well, it actually happened. So they're actually going to be changing. So, they're pretty much wanting to do it straight seeding format. 1 through 4, 1 through 5, how they do it. They're not going to be doing it the other way. So what are your thoughts on this? And then we'll get into some scenarios of what would have happened last year if they use this next one. So give me your thoughts on the new format.
I like the new format a lot. You play the whole season, just conference championship week, so you shouldn't get the 4 seed just for winning one game. Clemson got it last year, they wouldn't have got it.
But are we ever going to see a team lose their conference championship game and be totally out?
No, they don't penalize you, they say. So.
They haven't yet. That's what I'm saying, until they do. And when they do, it all crumbles.
Yeah, then everything.
But I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer because, there's just so many scenarios to go. So speaking of scenarios, Dalton, I want to get your thoughts off last year's playoffs. If it's going to be this new format, this new straight seeding, it would look like this. So last year would have been Clemson versus Notre Dame, Boise State versus Indiana, Arizona State versus Ohio State, and then SMU would have got in against Tennessee. Give me your thoughts here.
Yeah, same bracket still, yeah. But I like it, man. That's what it should have been. Indiana, Boise State, give them both a chance to go in a game.
I was fighting for SMU. You remember me? I was banging the Tennessee. SMU drum all year.
They were in the playoff. They lost to Penn State.
SMU? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just big on them.
I know. I'm saying
I was big on them. But yeah, this is just straight the seeding. But
no, they could have beat Tennessee though. Yeah.
And then the buys as well, right? Because these buys weren't the same.
Yeah, no. The buys were Clemson had a buy.
Yeah, right.
And Oregon didn't because Oregon didn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Ohio State had a bye.
Yeah, Clemson shouldn't have gotten a bye. No matter what.
Yeah, they won their conference.
So I agree with you, actually. I like this a lot. I think this straight seeding is going to work.
Clemson's at 12. Yeah, that's what they should have been.
I'm just scared of what's going to happen to conference championship games, man, because those are fun. So many good games, conference championship games, instant classics.
Yeah, I guess there ain't really a reason to play them now, huh?
No, we're going to see those as sit-down weeks.
Yeah.
They're going to see rehab weeks. But
man, they still get a lot of money for them.
So new seeding here, Dalton. If and where are the Florida Gators if they're going to make it here?
11, 10.
11, 10?
Top 4.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
If we're top 4, that would be crazy.
I'm rooting for you.
Our schedules are insane.
I'm rooting for you.
Lose a game. We're going to lose 2 or 3 just because the schedule, the slate's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you all had some big off season, and some other guys had some off seasons as well.
I'd say it's solid, not great.
What?
Ours was solid, not great.
Oh, it was off season? Yeah. Well, you didn't lose anybody big except
the
one DB. That's
exactly. Retention was good.
So retention was good.
But we didn't break in much in the portal like normal. I wouldn't say. J. Michael Sturdivant, though, looking like a stud.
Yeah.
Receiver from UCLA.
Yeah, that's true. Him. I've seen him. And then I really like that DB I showed you from Indiana.
Oh, he's still there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the short guy, Pons.
Yeah, Pons. He's really good.
But I think it was like a stout type.
Yeah,
prospect. He's just really 5'8" or something. So.
I agree.
But he's physical, so I don't know. He might be able to go second round.
We'll see him in Mobile there for Senior Bowl more than likely, right?
Yeah, probably.
More than likely.
If he wants to go.
106 players drafted. You better be in Mobile. You better be in Mobile. 106 players drafted.
No, you're right.
But all right, let's go ahead and get into it, Doll. I want to get into some more stuff that you was able to get together for us on off-season moves. So a lot of guys making moves on the off-season, and you're going to kind of get us, navigate us why. And these programs hit it out the park here, 1 through 10. So 1 through 10, we got Texas Tech having the best offseason, in your opinion, which I do like. I looked at what the kind of moves they've done, and I think it's pretty much dead on. But give me your list here. We got LSU. I'll round it out for you. Oregon, Penn State. Then we got the Sooners, Boomer Sooners, Clemson, Miami, Auburn. Then Dillingham and Arizona State, and then Brett Bielema and the Fighting Illini. Give me your take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders and how they're going crazy right now.
I mean, portal hire. I mean, they're not their portal. Their was great. Their portal was great too.
They're investing the money in. They're investing money in.
David Bailey, probably first rounder they went and got from Stanford in the spring portal. Best spring portal pickup probably out there. Lee Hunter, D tackle from Central Florida, great player. But their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator hires is really what's big here. Mac Leftwich, Texas State. He was their OC the past 2 or 3 years, and their offense has been putting up insane numbers. I don't know if anybody's noticed because it's Texas State, but you see TJ. I know you know TJ Finley.
Oh yeah,
absolutely balled 2 years ago.
Let's go.
And Jordan McLeod last year changed from James Madison to there. Also had a great year. And then Shield Wood, D coordinator, coming from Houston, and they had the top 25 defense last year. And he never said about Houston. So I like both the coordinator hires, man, and the portal. Texas Tech, great job. We'll see if they can produce on the field. They've never really been like a huge playoff contender in the new era. They ain't been good since really Crabtree, I guess, right? Like really good.
No, I mean obviously they've had their quarterbacks come in. Baker, but he didn't finish there. Davis Webb, but I don't think he even finished there. And then like obviously Mahomes. So yeah, not a lot of great receivers. They're known for just having a plethora of receivers. They've always ran the air raid offense, so you knew you were going to get touches there. But like you said, not a lot of big names since Michael Crabtree. But I think their program with this new NIL, obviously being Texas, and there's money everywhere.
I think they got the oil money in Lubbock around there. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, did you see? I should have put it on here.
They're good too, man.
Well,
this is a team to.
Yeah,
they're gonna be good at
Texas
sport.
Tech is they're investing. I love to see
they're
it.
Good at every sport now.
Because like you said, oil money, and then in high schools they're having like $62 million football fields in a high school that just got announced in Texas. I don't know where it was, but big guys, good quarterbacks coming out of Texas. Our boy Corey Dailey, who just got offered by San Diego State. Shout out to him. Shout out. So like you said, Texas Tech putting some money in, and this is good for football.
So, do you know anything about their quarterback?
Who?
Beaver Morton?
No.
Okay, you need to look at him. Then I need to tell me what you think about him, because he's the size of their season, right? The rest of their team is loaded now.
Yeah, exactly. So, like you said, it's always
Beaver
quarterback.
Morton, I like Beaver Morton. He's put up numbers every year. They ain't been good around him. Now they improved around him. I think Morton might be a
sleeper,
dark horse Heisman contender.
Oh my gosh!
Is what I'm going to go on the limb.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't think about it until just now, but
hey, I'm not hating.
Big 12 is there for the taking outside Arizona State.
Yeah, Big 12 having 2 Heismans in a row? No way.
I mean, hey, dark horse. I said. I mean, the odds of him winning it.
Man, the early Heisman. That's a good conversation. Who would win early Heisman? Or just off top of my head?
My favorite right now is Mr. Klubnik.
People love. Run. Oh yeah, people love. People love Aller. If Drew Aller,
I just don't think he's that good.
Aller. I don't know.
I think he had good receivers last year. He didn't use them. Amari Evans and Harrison Wallace.
He's had 2 really good tight ends back to back. He's had 2 really good.
Good offseason. So.
Obviously, had the first pick on the draft on the other side of the ball. Helping him out. So
but
that's
they got
good.
Danny Dennis Sutton coming back on D line. He's the next top 10 pick at Penn State on defense.
Love it.
Michael Parsons.
They're churning them out. And the Penn State's here, number 4 on your list of top off seasons. Then we have Oregon and LSU in between at 2 and 3.
LSU, man. I hate to say it because, a rival school.
Hey.
Man, they killed Brian Kelly. Did great this offseason. I mean, he's able to get Nussmeier.
Everybody's sussy for Nussy right now. Nussmeier.
I mean, him coming back was a big get. He might have been QB2 this year.
Nussmeier? Yeah, probably.
Or 3 at least.
Yeah, 3.
Maybe 1.
Maybe.
The way everybody likes him. So him getting him to come back that's a huge get. And then Harold Perkins coming back too, one of the best linebackers. Would have been one of the best linebackers in the draft. So great job there. Kelly talked him into it. I'm sure the money helped a little bit, but good for them.
With how good he is and with how big their program is and how much money they have, their season really don't start till about week 8. They pretty much, and usually they kind of shoot themselves in the foot before then to where they're on thin ice when it comes week 8 comes, and then they always come up short. We'll see what happens because they're probably going to be one of the favorites for the title this year, right? I don't the coach, man. I don't believe in Brian Kelly. Sorry.
I'm not like I can't wait to go to that game. I'm not scared.
No, you shouldn't
scared
be.
to go into Death Valley. Most years I'm scared to go to that.
What week do you all play? LSU.
September or something.
September? That's good. It's a good time to play.
It's earlier, yeah. But their portal too, man. They did kill the portal. Nick Anderson and Barryon Brown at receiver. I mean, Barryon Brown, you remember
Yes,
him?
from Kentucky.
One of the fastest players in the country.
Yes, really good.
Electric. Watch out for him in this offense. They produce receivers like nobody else anymore.
Ohio State.
They got 5 or 6 stars in the league. I think Ohio State produces more quality maybe, but quality is LSU. I mean, Brian Thomas, two receivers had 1,000 yards last year.
I agree.
Rookies.
I agree.
But Nick Anderson too, Oklahoma receiver. got hurt last year. Freshman year, though, he had 9 touchdowns, 2023. So Nick Anderson, big body, 6'5" receiver. Nussmeier throws it up to him. Man, I like their offense. And then Mansour Delane, one of the best corners in the country from Virginia Tech, coming over too. So, they used to be DBU. It's been a while since they had a good DB, but they got one now. And they got a good team, and Nussmeier produces. They don't love their run game still.
I know the run games, they're kind of been a question here and there. It seems like when LSU has the quarterback, they don't have the running back to go with it. It's kind of hard to get that two pairing. But we'll see. They have Oregon at 3. Then out of the rest of these teams, give me a team that, through the rest of the 10 that's kind of a dark horse. I know Miami's getting guys left and right here, ACC ball. There's 2 ACC programs in here, which is, I'm not too surprised to see, honestly. But Auburn at 8 is a little surprising. I'm not going to lie to you because I don't know. They're always a couple pieces away. But Arizona State.
They got Eric Singleton, man, one of the best receivers. And I think I like Jackson Arnold still.
I'm not sold. Yeah, I think that's the only team I'm really not sold on this list is Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yes. Or no, Jackson. Jack. He came from Oklahoma, but Jackson Arnold's at Auburn now. But yes, 5 and 8. So Oklahoma and Auburn. Only 2 questions.
Oklahoma's a question.
Not a question of you of like they shouldn't be on here. Just on. Yeah, they're going to have the pieces, but how good they're going to be.
I agree, but Arbuckle and getting Arbuckle and Mateer package deal is crazy. And then, I think Nagy coming in is going to help a lot.
That is true. I do give you credit on that.
Team on that list though, Arizona State. Most people wouldn't. What'd they do? Yeah, exactly though. They didn't lose nobody. They kept Levitt, Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
And other coaches are coming back, man.
Them keeping all those guys is kind of surprising, honestly.
Kanye Udo coming up from Army.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I've seen them. He's really good.
Huge.
Really good.
Tebow clone.
Yeah, he's good.
He's going to be a problem there. He's going to run for 1,000 at least.
Yeah, he's good. I'm excited for that. So a couple of these quarterbacks of these teams obviously are going to be in the next level in the pros, which will switch gears here a little bit to the NFL and college here. Guys that are going to be making their first starts. Obviously, we know a couple of them, but we kind of got a list together of some rookie quarterbacks that we're going to project their starts. Very excited. We're going to go through all of them. First one here. Obviously, we have the obvious Cam Ward. He's probably going to get the nod. You're thinking, I'm thinking 15 games here. I kind of rounded out a couple of these numbers between all of us that chimed in. Okay. No, I just kind of chimed in. Just kind of took one here and there, a couple of them. But I think Cam Ward's probably going to start all year, honestly. But 15 is not a bad number. But give me your thoughts on Cam Ward. And I got Jackson Dart at 7.
I had him at 9 because you had him last week. I had him at 4 or 5.
Okay, that's where I wanted to get your thoughts on what happened from the jump from 3 to 4, possibly 5 to you wanted thinking 9.
About the past few years, quarterbacks don't set anymore when the team sucks. We're not going to win a lot of games. They're going to be desperate.
You don't think you're going to? You don't think the Giants? They always do it though. The New York Giants always steal a couple games. They're never god-awful horrible, ever, really.
We got the 3rd pick.
I know this is the first time ever. When's that going to happen? 2 years?
Saquon was the 3rd pick.
Is that really?
Eli was the 1 pick. We had a lot. I mean, come on. We actually been pretty bad.
I know, yeah. But
Eli was the 2 pick, technically.
You will always shoot yourselves in the foot, I think, with drafts. So I think, like...
Oh, I mean, we're a pretty good drafting team.
Until now. Up until this point, like, with draft, because everyone thought you all was going to get the first pick. Right? Everyone thought y'all was getting the first pick. The draft worked out possibly the best it could work out for the Giants, which I'm rooting for you. But I just think 9's a little stretch given how many pieces they've added. If they would have added maybe one less piece, because you're going to have to, I think of these guys as books. I'm going to have to go through these pages in these books, and they're going to have to go through the Russell Wilson book. They're going to have to go through the Jameis Winston book.
One good receiver.
And then they're going to have to get the Jackson Dart. So how long is that going to take for them to get the Jackson Dart? How many games?
I just think we're like 2 and 6, 2 and 7.
2 and 7.
3 and 8, 3 and 6.
3 and 6. Ooh. Y'all have a toughest schedule in the league, possibly.
That's what I'm saying. We're not that bad.
It just sucks when you get to thinking about it, it sucks to, like, dang, that sucks.
We're really not that bad this year, I don't think, on paper, but our schedule is the worst in the league.
We're going to see what kind of heart the Giants got this year.
And that's something I could say about my teams, man. We all have the hardest schedules. Every one of my teams in every sport.
The
Rays are in the AL East, the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And then Nuggets are in the West.
Yes.
And then you got Florida, of course, in the SEC, basketball, football, and baseball. I mean, I'm just...
Yeah, SEC's tough.
And the Giants, of course... Oh, NFC East, the best division historically all time. Most Super Bowls in the division.
SEC's tough. We got multiple SEC quarterbacks here. Going to be first year. We got Jalen Milroe getting 0 starts, which I agree. Then Tyler Shuck out of Louisville. 12 starts for Tyler Shuck. I think this is a spot-on number. I think this is a great number for Tyler Shuck. I think that they're going to try to ride him out, but Rattler, they like Rattler too. I think I don't know. It's a toss-up between him and Rattler.
I know.
How long are they going to give Tyler Shuck to be good? He's 26.
That's why I don't like him. If he was 23, I'd like him maybe as a prospect. But
I know. I agree.
Brandon Weeden, my guy.
Yeah.
Long beloved friend.
Yep, Brandon Weeden, obviously.
I talked to him for a long time, and he didn't work out because it's just his age, I think. Not his skill. He was 27. I mean, first-round pick. I don't like it.
You have to get reps in, man, and he's got a lot of reps in. He's got injury issues, and he's playing inside, so I don't know if that'll help him at all. But he went to possibly one of the best fits as far as who's going to get him on the field early. So we'll see. But we're going to round out our last list of next 4 quarterbacks that are rookie quarterbacks that we predict will either get starts or be in the contention of starting. Obviously, everyone wants to talk about it. The Cleveland Browns, our boy Mark, our newest team member, Cleveland Browns fan. He's a contributor for a Browns podcast, so we want to get his thoughts as well. But Shadur Sanders, I have at 7, and Dylan Gabriel, I have at 4. I think they're going to get I think they're going to get to Dylan Gabriel first because they drafted him first, obviously. But they're going to find out real quick that this guy is not the guy. That's my opinion. I think they're going to hand the keys over to Shadur at 7.
I see. That Shadur's all over the board. I mean, Mark had him at 9. I had him at 4.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
And you like him at 7.
So
I like picking 7. That's solid. But
yeah,
I just think Pickett's going to start and then Gabriel.
Pickett's going to be bad.
And there's only so many games, though. He's going to get 1 game. They're going to give him at least 3 or 4. And then they give Gabriel 5.
4.
And so
4.
Well, might be. Oh, so you're saying it? Shadur, in that case, Shadur.
Hold on. Close your mind. Hold on.
9.
It's easy to say.
You think 9? Mark,
hold on.
Put 9, maybe.
It's easy to say 4 with Dylan Gabriel. I get it. But you close your eyes and think of 16 quarters of Dylan Gabriel as your starting quarterback. It's going to be hard, and they're going to find out quick.
Thank you. Give him 3rd-round pick, 5 games.
It's okay. There's a lot of misses
in 7th round. I get it. But
they hit in the 5th round. They missed in the 3rd. It's okay. It's all right.
It's really not though.
I want to say about
they're not good.
I want to say about the Browns. They say Quinshon Judkins is chewing. They love Judkins.
Chewing in non-contact drills.
But they just say they love him so far, and they say RJ Harvey is another guy that
he's a beast.
He's getting some early talks too.
I about him before anybody else coming into the year. I knew about him because he put up 1,000 yards 3 years in a row at Central Florida. He was slept on.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Everybody's hating on the pick. That's how you got your drafted too early. He did not. He's going to produce there.
I like it.
Running back day 1.
So another guys here we have Will Howard, our second quarterback, being at 0, goose egg, which I agree with. He might get thrown in there though one couple games. You think?
I was thinking about giving him 1 or 2. But.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely get some playing time. I don't know about start technically, but might finish out a couple games. But hey, we could see Will Howard be a 1 here, and then I have Quinn Ewers at 2 starts for the Dolphins. I think they're gonna
same.
2 is, but let's debate or just compare what we think on how he's gonna get there. Is Tua gonna lose a starting job, or is he gonna be hurt?
He's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. We never wish anybody to get hurt.
No,
but it's just gonna happen.
I don't wish it ever.
It's just gonna happen.
I'm just being honest.
It's a foregone conclusion.
Looking at past history.
Yeah, it's just like the sky being blue. It's gonna happen.
Some players are like that. It sucks, man. I mean, I can't imagine being a pro and all you want to do is get on the field. Like, people that aren't sports fans are like, oh, they're so spoiled. They're getting all this money. They want to. They want to play though. They just want to compete.
Yeah.
And seeing guys, constantly hurt, it sucks, man.
I know.
I mean, I've seen a lot of players. Baseball specifically happens. Guy comes back and they get hurt the next day.
Oh, well, these kids are playing so much baseball now. I heard they're getting Tommy John surgery at like 12, 13.
Yeah, man. It's not good.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Got to
go back to something about the new pitching. But.
Oh, Dalton, I want to get here because we got our thoughts on our rookie quarterbacks here, right? I want to get your thoughts here because we have one more I want to get your thoughts on. But I want to get your thoughts on Quinn Ewers. Is Quinn Ewers going to be a starter to where is he going to get traded for? Do you think somebody could possibly trade for him, or what do you think?
He's going to suck.
You think he's going to suck?
He's going to be like Skylar Thompson there.
Skylar Thompson?
Yeah, he's going to be – Quinn Ewers is not good.
He's better.
He has no juice.
He's better. He is better.
He has no juice.
We'll see. 2 starts, and hey, I got 2 starts. You're thinking 0-2 for Quinn Ewers.
You know who reminds me of?
0-2 for Quinn Ewers, or what's your record you're thinking?
For Quinn?
Yep. If he starts 2 games. 1-1, 2-0, or 0-2?
0-2.
0-2.
You like him? You think he's good? He's not good.
He can steal you a couple wins, but
you know what he reminds me of?
What?
And a lucky Arch didn't transfer. It's like Jacob Fromm, Justin Fields. They picked the wrong guy.
Yeah, hey, I want to get your thoughts.
Arch should have started this year.
I'm glad you brought up that. I'm glad you brought up them before we get into it. Okay, I want to give you my hot take, and then I'll get your thoughts on it. My hot take on quarterback starts, you think the hot take was Quinn Ewers at 2, boy. I got a hot take for you that's really not that crazy. It's my boy, our boy, Seth Hennigan getting a start in Jacksonville. I think he's going to start a game.
Undrafted?
Yes, undrafted. I think Trevor Lawrence they're going to pull the plug on him, or he's going to be hurt. I think they're going to finally turn the page, honestly, and be like, man, we're just going to sit you down and find you a home. But give me your thoughts. Is this a crazy take for me? Am I out the water? Am I a homer right here or no?
I mean, you're a little optimistic, I think.
Okay.
Nick Mullins is still probably going to start.
He maybe will. Maybe both will.
Over him right now. But just because he's undrafted. I like him a lot, but it's still, I mean, it's very rare undrafted player to start. That guy for the Bears, what the heck is his name? We like him.
The guy that Bagent, Tyson Bagent.
He was undrafted, started as a rookie after an injury, so that could happen.
Tyson Bagent was good. Shout out Tyson Bagent from Shepherd.
Now he's a good backup. Now he's just a solid backup.
He's good, man. I like him, and I think Seth Hennigan's going to be in the same boat. I'm rooting for him, obviously.
Have a Bagent career,
yeah,
be great.
I think
maybe better.
I think he could have hey, call me crazy. Guess what though? Guess who? I really do believe it. I think he could have a Mike White career. Mike White.
It's not crazy.
It's not crazy. Shout out Texas.
Seth
Hennigan's little brother is a quarterback. I just watched his film the other day. He's a lefty, little mobile guy too. But I think his name's Quinn Hennigan.
Nice.
Yep, Quinn Hennigan. So all right. Well, that was our starters projections, Dalton. Nothing too crazy there, I don't think. But that's nothing too crazy news as well going in the circulation. Obviously, we have basketball news as well. But new format here. We had Terry Walker on, which was awesome. We're rolling up here, I think, on an hour. So only a couple more minutes. We'll just shoot the stuff and just get our thoughts. Obviously, our guy Terry, Elite 11, man, he's here. I think he's going to turn a lot of heads. I think do you remember what day he said he's going to be? June 17th through the 19th, possibly?
It was 3 days for sure.
Yeah. It's coming up pretty quick. Might have to see what's going on there. So, I want to give you your thoughts here on just what we've went over. Obviously, Jim Irsay unfortunately left us. Rest in peace to him. Colts will never be the same. It seems like Indianapolis is changing because they're losing the combine. The combine's leaving, but they're getting some basketball knowledge, some reputation. They got Caitlin Clark in Indianapolis. So things are looking up for Indianapolis. The Pacers are maybe going to the finals. And then they had the draft there, or they had All-Star Weekend there last year, NBA. But your thoughts here. Obviously, we went over off-season rankings, but what you've been seeing throughout this week. Around the horn as well.
Yeah, around the horn, man. That does suck. Tune in if you can. I probably won't be able to, but I'll try to record it.
Yep.
YouTube TV. I think I could record it.
Yeah,
so, I'll do that. But, man, what I just like talk college football. Man. I could talk the portal and stuff all day, every team. So we could do a show just off that if we wanted to.
Yeah.
So I just like talk portal all day, every day.
Lagway's throwing, I've heard. DJ Lagway's looking good. Your quarterback for your Gators.
Oh, yeah. He looks good. I mean, tell me something.
Well, no, they're throwing right now. Like he's throwing.
Oh, yeah, he's throwing. He's been throwing, actually. People just tripping.
Really?
He's been throwing, bro.
I'm just saying people were it's been kind of a weird coverage of his injury. They're saying, I don't know. They're saying he's been hurt. I think it depends on who you ask. I haven't seen any Florida outlet post anything negative, which that's a good thing.
That's what I look at.
But that kind of makes it foggy because what's really happening here?
I mean, we're usually honest though about stuff. I mean, I read a lot. I got a lot of insider info. I try to. I read it all.
Yeah.
All of that's free. Some of it you got to pay for.
Yeah, some paywall stuff, yeah. But yeah, I agree. We won't have any paywall stuff on our articles by us and Mark, and Mark's going to be leading that. So I agree. I think your program knows that their quarterback's going to be fine by the time the season starts. So why even come out and say too much? And
if he's not, we're still going to win games.
We'll see.
Bailey can beat
the silence. They say silence sometimes is deafening.
Our silence is going to be us winning it all.
Really?
I mean, we're going to win anytime we win a basketball, we're probably in football. I might not win it, but we're gonna be close.
Yeah, I agree. I think y'all are gonna have.
Works for us.
I think y'all are gonna have a big year. I think you're gonna have a big year. So let's go ahead and get into it. Around the Horn is ending. Obviously tomorrow, so go ahead and see it. Not too much to go over other than that. Terry Walker, obviously future Duke quarterback, gunslinger. I think he's gonna start there pretty early. I think we're gonna be able to go up to a couple of Duke games and watch our guys spin it. But any last thoughts here before we go and see our people next week?
I'm good, man. It's a good show. Shout out Terry.
Shout out Terry.
Hope he has a great off season.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big season.
Excited to see him on campus on the game.
Oh yeah, all of our guys. So
2 years.
In 2 years, and we have Jason obviously going to be on the video game this year, and Jameer. So that's going to be cool. So
Jameer's on the depth chart. I seen. I was looking at Wisconsin's depth chart.
Is he?
Way too early. He's on the 3D.
Really, love it.
5 or 6 right now. So
yeah,
the freshman, that's solid.
He'll probably play a lot of special teams.
Oh yeah.
So
gunner and stuff.
Yeah.
I know all about that. It sucks playing gunner in college.
Yeah,
because you get double teamed.
And you pretty much don't get a lot of practice reps at all, right? Live practice reps. It's just straight game.
Yeah, and you get double teamed on the outside in college. High school was one-on-one. It was Kate.
Yeah.
You just ran right by him.
Yeah.
You get double teamed, man. You think you got him beat, somebody just cracked back to you out of nowhere. Have fun with that, Jameer.
Yeah, he's going to kill it, man.
He'll definitely be on special teams.
Yeah, he'll have a good time. So, I agree. Not too much going around. We're going to have some video game streams coming up of college football 25 until the game comes out, as the news cycle kind of dies down. Jackson Fowden, we're going to drop his interview on probably Saturday. Okay. So, Texas guy. And we have our quarterback list that's going to be dropping, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, quarterback watch list, uncommitted guys, the best 20 in the nation. I've been watching.
He's going to watch every quarterback in the country.
Pretty much. I'm watching almost every quarterback in the country. I've watched 100 and about 60 quarterbacks in the past month, about 2 months maybe total. But I'm grinding out tape every night of quarterbacks and guys who are on 247, not on 247. I'm turning over rocks, finding guys on Twitter, on X. So, any players watching, drop us your tape. You can email us your tape at all. I'll always look at it. We'll always look at it and, consider it because we don't really look at the stars and stuff because I just looked through 100 quarterbacks in the past 3 days, just alone 3 days. And, I could say that the ratings definitely need some refreshing. And Terry Walker's approving that because Terry Walker right now is 46th in the nation quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Tell me that.
And
he just got, to the Elite 11. So, I think that's a prime example of they're going to be doing some tweaking before the end of the season. So we kind of have to do our double homework because we got guys everywhere and we got to find them and give them the light that they're due. So on that note, we're going to leave everyone. We got the Around the Horn theme music here, and then we'll probably show you a little bit of Terry before we go, but shout out, rest in peace to Jim Irsay and happy trails to Around the Horn.
Yeah. See y'all later.